Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the AAVE charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the different possibilities. And towards the end of the video I will go ahead and cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange with the links in the video description down below this video. The reasons why I love using these exchanges is, for one, with MEXC they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, which is very nice because you simply get to keep more of your profits. And the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States, you can trade crypto futures here. I'm from the United States, and this is where I personally trade my crypto futures as well. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the AAVE chart. So we are looking at AAVE here on the daily chart, and as you guys can clearly see, we had a pretty decent run up recently, or within March of 2024, and of course it was obviously preceded by a big downside consolidation movement as well, and we started to consolidate right in this level also, which was very nice to see, and we have recently started to go upwards as well, which is also very nice. Now, some key levels that we want to look at here as far as being able to head up higher and higher. This first level that we want to get to here is $115. All right, once we get through this $115 and gain enough momentum to get through it, we'll be able to go within this next range here between 115 and 134. All right, now the key level of support that we've got going on here is $97. All right. If anything were to happen, if any kind of bad news happens, or if any kind of, just any kind of downside movement, big downside movement ends up happening within the overall altcoin market in general, we want to be looking here at $97.58 for key support. But if this one fails, we want to be looking at the bottom of the trend down here, which would probably be right around in this area somewhere, which would be right around the levels of like $89 to possibly $88, somewhere around there. And if that ends up failing and breaking and we end up going further than that, which I mean, realistically, I can't see the future, so I can't tell you or guarantee you that it will or will not happen or not. I mean, nobody can. But if that does end up happening, then we definitely want to be looking for support down here at $78.36 or around that level in general. All right. But overall, our big key level of support way down here is $68.20 or within that level. And realistically, I don't see things going down to that level for the rest of this bull cycle. I mean, it definitely could if we do end up getting some kind of crazy ass black swan event or something like that. But I mean, realistically, I don't see that happening, especially with the strength that we're currently seeing in the altcoin market in general. So overall, we want to gain enough momentum to cross through and break through this trend line here, and then gain enough momentum to go through this next key level here of resistance, which is where we created it on just a couple days ago, actually, towards the end of May, on May 27th, and then we'll be able to trade within this range. And if we trade within this range, we really don't have, I mean, we've got little levels of minor support and resistance between here, but realistically, the big level of resistance here is going to be $134, which I assume once we do reach it, we will probably end up bouncing down to do a little bit of a correction first before end up gaining momentum and going back up and going through to the next level between $134 and $153. And then obviously if we end up getting a new big leg in this bull market, then we'll probably end up going straight through this 153 level and continuing even higher. But the goal here is we want to keep creating new higher and higher lows all the way up in like a step-by-step fashion. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on some indicators and see what some indicators are telling us. So we've got support and resistance out of the way. Let's turn on some EMAs and see what we're looking at here. Now, here's what I'm loving about AAVE. With the EMAs going on, this is what you want to see at the beginning of a bull trend here. Okay, you want to see the you want to see all of the EMAs. You want to see the price action be above every single EMA, all right? And that's exactly what's going on here. That's exactly what's starting to happen here, and this is very, very good news for AAVE and the way it's looking right now, especially with the 200 period EMA at the very, very bottom, which is this yellow one right here. This is very nice to see, and I love seeing this. So realistically, I personally see a, you know, a potentially bullish movement coming within, geez, I don't know, within the next week or two maybe. So that is good news. Now, if we go ahead and turn off the EMAs and look at the Bollinger Bands, we can clearly see we started to, you know, we became very, very oversold here once we got to the very top of the band here, and we started to correct and consolidate down here, which is very nice. Now, I expect that if bullish momentum is still there, or is very strong, we will end up bouncing off of this moving average once this moving average continues upwards higher and higher, and we end up hitting it, and then we get another candle going upwards. All right, that's personally what I hope to see happen here. Now, if we turn the Bollinger Bands off and turn on the RSI, we can clearly see that we are not, technically we are oversold, being above 50 here, but realistically, we've got some pretty decent room for growth, considering, you know, a very strong bullish move could put us, you know, way above it, and that's what we want to see here. Okay, we want to see the RSI in overbought territory and continue the momentum for a few days. All right, a few days or weeks, whatever. So overall here, I see good things for AAVE going on here, personally, unless some kind of bullshit black swan event happens or something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the total 3 chart here, which is the overall altcoin market cap chart. And as you can clearly see here, in the overall altcoin market, we have been creating higher lows all the way up, which is very, very nice to see. And we bounced off of the bottom of this rising wedge right here and continued to go higher. And I expect that the altcoin market is going to continue to go higher to the top of the rising wedge here, like it did here and like it did here. All right. Now, I can't say or promise that will end up happening, but that is the overall goal that we want to see here. And then we want to see a correction back down to the bottom side of it, and then go back up, and then back down, and then back up, and hopefully eventually gain enough momentum to where we can finally bust through this big key level here that we need to pass of right around $765 billion range. All right, but we do have some key support again in a bearish scenario. If we do end up getting some kind of, you know, stupid black swan event or something like that, and we do end up nuking to the downside, some key levels of support that we want to be looking out here for are going to be this first layer right here of 623 billion, and then we've got this next layer down here at 595 billion, and then we've got another layer down here at $560 billion, you guys. All right, so before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you guys enjoyed this video and you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video to help me out, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of AAVE is going to go in the short term. And hey, for those of you who stuck around and watched this video to the end, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys very, very much, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.